Hi guys, this is Crafty Cat. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. We are here with my beautiful beads from the kind people at Beebeecraft.com. They sent me two separate packages of beads. The first ones were part of an order that I had ordered back in November, and after they sent them in the mail and they were on their way here, Canada Post went on strike. So then those got lost. So after the strike was over, Beadographer contacted me and said, okay, we don't have those ones in stock anymore. Pick some new ones to make up for it. So I picked some new ones, which is why you could see some of the colors are similar and the other colors aren't because I couldn't really find it. But I got the green and the blue and two of the browns. I was looking for gold, and the black, the white, and the red. And they came in two separate orders and two different things, findings, because the first one that I ordered wasn't in anymore. I don't remember which one I ordered first and which one I ordered second, but these are both very nice little kits. You can see here, they're jewelry findings, right? It's for bracelet ends. And there's everything you could want, and they come in silver and gold. So I think that might be the set that I ordered first, but I'm not sure. And the same thing. But this is a bigger box and it has more stuff in it. Some of it, I don't even know what it is. They're clamp beads or spacer beads. I'm not sure. Someone told me in one of my videos and I immediately forgot because I just don't have that jewelry vocabulary down yet. But anyway, I love all of this stuff. Beebeecraft, thank you so much for sending me. So you guys, they also sent me a while ago, you might remember this, you've seen this quite a bit on my channel, this adorable little beading loom. Now this beading loom is a lot of fun. The first time I tried it, not so much because I didn't know what I was doing. The second time I tried it, I fell in love with it. I think I've made 6 bead bracelets so far, starting with the size 8 beads, which are way bigger than these. These are the 11/0 beads. I don't know if it says it on the package, but that's what they are. Let me show you the difference. I do have some of the bigger beads on hand. So these are the 8/ beads that I started with. 8/0. I don't know how you say that. Just 8? 8/0? I'm not sure. But these are the check seed beads. And this is the size I started with. Here's the red. And here's the red Mayuki. And I don't know if you could see how much smaller these are. Really super tiny. Anyway, I have been loving these. I made so many bracelets. This is the one that I was going to make for myself, but I ended up giving it to my mom as a gift, and my mom likes it, and I just took it back for this video. She had it in her, I said, Mom, I need it back to do a video. I didn't do a video to finish it up yet. So I finished that video, and I think that video will go up on the channel pretty soon or shortly after this. But anyway, that's how it looks. Isn't that pretty? So these are also size 8 beads. And I bought these at a local store to test to see whether my eyes could handle the size, not size 8. These are size 11 beads, but they're size 11 round beads. So I thought because I could handle the size 11 that I should be able to do the size 11 Delica beads. But these are much smaller. Like quite a bit smaller, and they're flatter. These are much harder to work with. So if you are older like me, I'm 60 years old, and if your hands shake because you're on Ventolin like me or for whatever reason, and your eyesight's not that great anymore, I would say don't start with these, and don't even start with these. Start with the size 8 seed beads. And Beebeecraft has beads in every size and color you could think of, so you can't go wrong. But anyway, this is the only set that's still in the house. Everything else, I made 6 bracelets. They've all gone as gifts. Everybody loves them. And I love doing it. The only thing I don't enjoy doing is putting the string on. And then after they've been woven, tying them off. It's really hard to get them so that you don't lose so they don't come loose. So what I've been doing is while they're on here, I've been putting like a little line of glue on either end to hold them in place so that when I cut them off, I can tie the ends together and then cut them off easier. But I think that's just from me being a novice and not quite knowing how to do it. But anyway, you get really beautiful results. So again, thank you Beebeecraft for sending me these. And you guys, we are going to try to use these, and we're going to try to design a pattern. Now, I'm going to put away all of these except for the red and the white. Why? Because I'm Canadian, and today, as I'm recording, is Valentine's Day. And we are going to design a bracelet together on my Beadographer app, which lets you design bracelets or any kind of jewelry that you want, really. So we're going to head over there, and we're going to design a bracelet, and then we will come back and make the bracelet. But depending on how long it takes to design the bracelet, we might have to come back in another episode and actually make it. And I did try already for 2 hours to make a bracelet with these, and it didn't work out. And I will try to include some of that footage at the end of this video, okay? So you can see it was really hard for me. But I think maybe I had my string tension too tight when I put the string on. So I think maybe that might be a difference. Anyway, we're going to head over to the my laptop, and we're going to look at the Beadographer app to design, and then we'll come back. Hey guys, so here we are on the beadographer.com website. You could see here, this is Beadographer. You can get a free version or the paid version. I believe the paid version is like $14 Canadian for the year, which is really good. So that's what I got. But you can also do the free version, although you can't do as much with it. And this lets you design bracelets or jewelry or anything you really want to do. It has a user guide that comes with it. And there's 24 pages in the user guide. And I have to tell you, I'm still getting used to this. So I am by no means an expert. I'm very much a noob, but it teaches you everything you need to know. There's a mirror tool, a ruler tube, a row shift tool. There's so many things. And I have not learned them all yet. I'm just learning as I'm going. So anyway, I'm going to click in and say start beading. And then it brings up my projects. I did some tests over here. I made some things. Let me show you one of the designs I made myself. And I use this with the mirror tool. I designed this bracelet, and I actually made this bracelet, which I will show you later on in this video. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, we're going to click new and test YouTube. Okay, you can name it anything, and you can say what kind of beads do you want to use. You can put a description, loom, and here you have rows and columns. And the columns are how wide it is. So let's say I want something 11 wide, and I want it about 80 rows long. That will tell you right here how long your size will be. See, it says 5.35 by 0.56 inches. That's if we're using the Delica beads. Now, I thought the Delica 11 and the Mayuki Round were the same, but let's click on Mayuki Round, and you could see the Mayuki Round are bigger. So that means they're bigger beads. Because I tested using the Mayuki Round beads, thinking the 11/0 would be the same size as the Delica, and then I ordered the Delica because of that. With beading, the bigger the number, the smaller the bead. So if you get like a size 8/0, it's a bigger bead, okay? But these Delica beads are the beads that were sent to me by the kind people at Beebeecraft. So I'm going to try. I did try them once, and I had a very hard time, but we're going to try it again. So anyway, then you just do launch, and it gives you this. Now, I can't move it at all. You could see it's because I'm on the draw tool. You need to go on the hand tool to be able to move this around. And you can make it smaller so it will fit on one page. And because we did 80 rows, here it will say, this is row 1, this is row 80. And because I chose 80, I know that row 40 is my middle row right here. And the other thing you can do, which is really cool, is you can import pictures. And I found this picture of a Canadian flag, and I'm importing it. But I don't see any way to make it bigger or smaller. So anyway, what I do is, let's look for row 40 again. Where is All right, I'm just looking for row 40. It's right here. So I'm just gonna get a white dot 40. And what I'm gonna do now, if I can, is go back to this and I'm gonna move it to here. Now, I don't know if I can make this bigger with these. No, it's just making the whole thing bigger. But that's okay. We're gonna make the whole thing bigger. And I want to work down the center line of my Canadian flag. And what I could do is I could put the mirror tool on, but I'm not great yet with the mirror tool. But we could try it. So I said the mirror tool is right here, right? But I don't think it's gonna work because I want the center tool to be the same. Okay, now let's see if it will work. If I put a red here, okay, it is working. That's really great. So this makes it easier if you're doing a design that's the same on both sides, so you only have to draw one side. So anyway, I know the center one goes down almost to the end. And then we need a white. And now I know I need 3 white. And then I need one. I need all the red up. I need all of these to be red. And we've done that center. So you can see we've done that whole center here. And now I think I want to go 1, 2, space, red, red. And I need one more here. And then I need to go 3 out this way. And then I need to go up 4. I went up too many. So here, see this button right here? That's the undo. I just don't want to undo everything. I'm hoping it will undo the last thing I did. It did. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still on red. So now I need to fill this in, fill this in. And now I have my maple leaf. Okay? And then there's a row of white here. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 red. Okay, so we're going here. And now, do you see this fill line? If I click on that and I'm still selected on red, I can fill these in. But I guess that doesn't work on the mirror tool. And now I'm going to switch to white and I'm still on fill and it should fill this in. So now we have this Canada flag and I can go back to this and erase it and it's gone. So now we have this Canada flag here. So you think, what can we do? So I'm back to the hand. So I could pull it down. I'm going to make this smaller again. And there's a lot of things we could do. Let's take off the mirror tool for now. I'm just confused why the mirror tool is still showing up. Okay, it's gone. All right, so let's go back to the marquee tool. If I click here, I can outline this box and it puts all these little dots on it. And then what I could do is left click and drag and I can move it to wherever I want it. So say I wanted my flag here or here. And if I don't want it like that, I can do undo and it goes right back to where it was. Now, if I click that, see it's already clicked, so I'm not going to click it again. And I click this down here, these two, it looks like 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to click on that. And now I'm going to select this, and it does the same as before, but if I hit Alt, left click, and drag, I can move these around. So I could say, okay, I want one Canada flag here. And I can say, let's do that again. And I'm hitting Alt and I'm dragging it with the left mouse button held down. So you can design things this way, which is really, really cool. So now I could say, well, what about these empty spots? What do I want in here? Okay, well, how about we try to design a heart? So let's make this bigger. And we need the hand tool. I would rather there be arrow keys at the top and the sides to move this around than having to use the hand tool, but I guess you just have to get used to it, you know? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that could be problematic. We have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the center. So I'm just going to go and put a spot. Oh, I can't because I'm on the hand tool. Just going to put a red spot in the middle. And we're going to try to make a heart. Maybe I should put the mirror tool back again. No, I want it here. Okay, now let's go back. No, here, back to the drawing. We still have red selected. And that gives me a heart, but it's not exactly right because I have one empty box under here and I have two empty boxes here. And I kind of don't want that. Other than that, it looks good. Let's fill this in and see how it looks. That looks like a nice heart. What do you guys think? I mean, you could tell it's a heart. All right, so I like that. I'm going to take the mirror tool off. Wait, that's not the mirror tool, that's the fill tool. Here's the mirror tool, the magnifying glass. And when I clicked it, it just went the other way. So you have to click it like 3 times to make it go away. And now I am going to go to my marquee tool. And I'm also going down to these, the clone mode, which looks like 2 pages. And I am going to select this. And then I'm going to hit Alt, left click, and drag it. And there it is. We have designed a bracelet. This is my I Love Canada bracelet because I'm Canadian. So let's make it look smaller to see it all in one. See if we're happy with it. Let's move the hand and center it. And I need to choose my white and fill in the white. So fill tool is this little pail again. So if I go in here, it should fill it in with white, and it should fill it in with white. So what do you guys think of that? I like it. So I'm very happy with this. I think it's going to be a really cute bracelet. I just don't know if it's going to work with the beads that I have, but I want to try one more time because I spent about 2 hours trying to bead a really tiny portion just with the flag in the middle, and I recorded it, and I could show you some of it right here. And this is going to be so hard, you guys. Oh my gosh. Usually when I work, the line between here fits. Like I just go boink and everything fits in. These line spaces are way too small for these beads. So it's going to be really hard. So what I'm trying to do is get one of these beads in between every line. And usually it's just a matter of popping your finger up. I wish there was a way to squish these springs together so they're closer together. Normally I just do this and I just pop the beads up and they fit perfectly. And that is not happening.
One hour later.
So I was really, really struggling, you guys, so much. It was so hard. But now I'm thinking maybe I had the tension on my string too tight. I think maybe the tension was so tight that I couldn't bring everything together. So I want to try it again. And when I put the string onto the bead loom, I want to keep it a little bit lighter and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I will have given it the best shot that I can, but we will keep trying. And that is how you can um design something on Beadographer. And wasn't that fun? And there's so much more you can do it. And I'm doing red and white, well, because today as I record is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. And also it's because I'm Canadian and Canada has been under attack from our not so nice president to the south of us. And I'm feeling very patriotic. And I love my country, our true north, strong and free. So I'm going to try to make this bracelet. And if I can't make it with the small beads, I am going to make it with the larger beads, which is why I kept it smaller so that if I switch to a bigger bead, it will still fit my arm. All right, so there's one other thing I wanted to show you is you can, let me see if I can figure it out. You can take a picture of it. And by doing that, it goes into my downloads folder. So I can click on that. And now I have my bracelet in the downloads folder, which is great. And there is a way that I can create this whole bracelet, including instructions of how to make it and export it, but I don't know how to do that yet. So I have to learn how to do that. And when I do learn how to do that, I can try to say I could share this, but I don't know how to do that yet. And the other things I wanted to show you for this is there's a bead library. So you can add new beads to the library. I can go in here and you can add the titles or whatever, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to cancel it. And they have all kinds of beads. You could say just only look for red beads, right? I don't use this. I just use the colors. I don't care what it says on the bead because I know what color beads I have. And I think sometimes when I look on patterns that other people have made and it says the exact colors that they use, I get a little bit thinking, well, mine won't look as nice, but really, you can pick any colors you want. I mean, the Canadian flag needs to be red and white, which is why I made this, but you could choose any color you want when you're designing things. You can add more colors. This is really cool. This does so much that I don't really understand how to do yet. There's the undo, which is wonderful. There's an eraser tool if you want to erase things like one at a time. This is the rotator one where you could turn things around. If you need to look at things like that, you can rotate. Um, the palette, we already checked the bead library. This is for making it bigger and smaller. We've done that. The select tool and the color select tool. The color select tool will let you pick a color. I don't use any of this yet, so I'll have to show you how to use that once I learn. But this is what I've learned so far. I'm very happy with it. I love that you can import pictures to use. So if you have like a picture of a turtle, say, like a cartoon turtle, you can import it, look at it, and then try to design while you're looking at it. And you can try to make these boxes the same size by making them smaller or bigger. But you can't, as far as I know, make the picture bigger or smaller. If you can, I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe you can. So what I do is I try to just do this until my boxes fit the size of whatever I'm trying to design. Or the easiest way to design is to use the mirror tool and just do a random design. You could put the tool this way and this way, like I showed you where you had the cross, and then you get almost like a spirograph effect. It's really cool. We'll do that next time though. So I wanted to do this with you. So let's head back to the rest of the video and try this out. Oh, wait, before we do that, sorry, there's one more thing I did want to show you, and that was beading. To go into beading mode, say we're in a different mode, and I forget this all the time, and I always have to relearn it. You go to the beading mode, which is this needle with a thread, click on it, nothing happens, and I panic immediately. And that's because you next have to select where you want to start. So I'm going to select that row, and once you do that, this at the bottom comes up with up arrow, down arrow, and change direction, okay? So say this tells me my first row as I have to do is 11 red beads. And then it says the next row is 11, 11 red beads, and then 11 white beads, and then 3 white beads, 4 red beads, and 4 white beads, and on and on. And you can go backward, and it really helps. And what I do is I make it bigger so that while I'm working, I'm not looking at something super small. So, but the only thing is to make it bigger, you got to do the whole thing again. So you go to beading tool, and this is where I panic because it's not giving me what I want, and that's because I have to say where I want to start. I like to start in this corner, 1 1, where it says 1 1, and now I've got my beading tool set up. And that's just how I like to work because it helps me focus on only what I'm working on. And this is a very simple pattern, so you wouldn't even need that. Well, for me, it comes in handy because once you're part way through, it's easy to forget what row you're on. Like, am I on row 9? Am I on row 10, 11, whatever. But some of the more complicated patterns, this is like a godsend. This was so really good, especially if you're doing like a mosaic type pattern. Anyway, now let's jump over to the rest of the video. Or how long have I been recording? Yeah, I've been recording for a while. So what we're going to do is we will actually work on the bracelet, if I can, in the next episode. But in the meantime, this is how you can design a bracelet for your Beebeecraft bead loom or whatever other kind of bead loom you have, and your Beebeecraft beads or whatever kind of beads you have wherever you bought them. Okay? So I will see you in the next episode. But I want to thank the kind people at Beebeecraft for sending me the beads and the bead loom. I am really excited, and I'm going to do my best to work with these delicate beads. I did not realize they would be so much smaller than the other size 11 beads that I have. So I'm going to do my best, but I don't know if it's going to work. I did already try for 2 hours and I couldn't get it going, but I am going to try again. You guys, this is what I guess comes from being a newbie. But if you have any experience with beading, and especially with the delicate beads, tell me how you deal with the fact that on the bead loom, the strings are so much further apart than the size of the bead, and they don't want to go in because the holes are too big, which you'll see in the next thing. Or I could show you a little bit here of where I was struggling. If you want to see me struggling, just keep watching here. So there we have it. We can start seeing our flag taking shape, I mean. And here's what we have so far. I'm having a hard time getting them to lay like in a straight line. I should have cut a piece of cardboard, but it's looking all right. Okay, so here is one that is 1 white, 9 red, 1 white. Oh, I can't get them over here. 1 white, 9 red. No, I gotta turn it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more white. We're right in the middle of this first flag right now. This is going to be the centerpiece, the midpoint of the maple leaf. Okay, so that was my first time trying. It was really bad, but we're going to try again. All right, guys, I hope you liked this. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of those good things that help me as a channel. And most importantly of all, take care, stay safe, happy crafting, and have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.